Hello there. Today I'm sharing with you some of Sephora's best sellers that I think are truly worth the money. I've been in the bestseller section on Sephora's website before, and I've kind of wondered which products are really worth the money. And I've done this type of video several times in the past with other Sephora events, and you guys have really enjoyed it and found it helpful. So I thought, why not take this opportunity with the spring savings event upon us to share with you some products that I really think are truly worth the money. So as of today, April 23rd, all tiers access is open. If you're an insider in the US or Canada, you can use the code SPRINGSAVE to redeem your 10% discount when you're shopping online as many times as you want now through April 27th. And I have more dates and specific information in the description box if you're looking for that. I have makeup, skincare, hair care, a lot of different types of products here. I always have fun gathering things to share with you guys, but please know that the intent of this video is not to encourage those of you who were not planning on shopping already to shop. It is for those of you who are looking for recommendations and are planning on shopping this event. I have so many more products I can put in these videos because I've been shopping at Sephora forever, like many of you have. This video is in partnership with Sephora. So with that said, we can get into the Sephora bestsellers that I think are truly worth the money. Now, I shared my top most repurchased products from Sephora about a week ago. So if you haven't seen that video, you may want to check it out because I have different products in that video that I love. And I will link the other videos that I've done like this, the other bestsellers that I think are worth the money videos, down below in the description box too, because I know you guys have enjoyed those. So in my most repurchased products video, there were two items that I specifically left out because I wanted to put them in this video. You know, there's some overlap with some products that I've repurchased a lot and products that are bestsellers, and this is one of them. This is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Sometimes I feel like you guys have to be sick of hearing me talk about this primer. I should just go ahead and tell you up front. I am 44 and I have combination oily skin. So I do get shiny in my T-zone, but a lot of the products that I use are good for different skin types, dry and normal skin as well. And I do know that this spans multiple skin types, but it's great if you have combination oily skin. It does everything a primer needs to do for me. It makes my foundation apply smoothly. It makes it wear longer. It blurs my pores. It also repels water. So if you live in a hot climate and you get some beads of sweat, it will help keep your makeup on despite that. You only need a pea-size amount. It massages into the skin fully, and it just works with so many different types of foundations. That's why this is kind of my control primer whenever I test foundations, because usually foundations will work with it, and it just makes my skin look so smooth and nice. I absolutely love it. I have the jumbo size, although you can get a trial size to try it. You can also get it in the normal 1 ounce size. I think this is 2 ounces, and I am not sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and share what's on my lips. I talked about this in a favorites video not that long ago, and I ended up getting another shade because, well, I'll tell you why in a second. This is the Bite Beauty Power Move Lip something. It's got an official name, but it's the Power Move. The shade that I have on today is Leche. It's very similar to Meringue in the lipstick line that they had before these. They're supposed to be matte and long wearing, but I don't find them matte. They're kind of a creamy matte, and they are long wearing, but they're not drying. I thought they would be. And so I've really been enjoying this nude color. I love the way it wears. I love the way it feels on my lips. So much so that I decided to pick up a red shade because when I wear red, I want them to stay and wear a certain way, and I don't want them to bleed. I don't know. I just felt like it was worth having a red. I'll put the specific shade of this red down below, but yeah, I really love these. I think they're completely worth the money. If you want something long wearing, but you don't like drying liquid lipsticks, you may want to check these out. Now, we are all washing our hands a lot more these days, and with that comes dryness. And I have always been one that uses hand cream regularly, and I have found that despite the extra hand washing, my hands are not dry. And this is a hand cream that became a fast favorite for several reasons, and I didn't buy it for a long time because I thought it was probably just overpriced and overhyped, and I was wrong. This is the Caudalie Hand and Nail Cream. It says it's rich in antioxidant grape polyphenols, avocado, and shea butters. It nourishes, protects, and repairs dry hands without leaving a greasy film. That's absolutely what it does. I'm very particular with my hand creams. I don't like a strong scent. I don't like a greasy film. I find a lot of hand creams, even if they do a great job of moisturizing my hands, my cuticles still look a little bit rough. And this one tackles everything. So this has been a go-to for me. I think it's been absolutely worth the money. I have to put this in this video, even though I talk about this product a lot on my channel, but because it is such a long-time favorite, and I know a lot of you are looking for skincare products, good solid skincare products, I have to just mention very briefly the Drunk Elephant Protini Polypeptide Cream. This has just been my go-to nighttime moisturizer for so long. Now there is another one that I have been working in and incorporating that I love, love, love as well, and I'll tell you about that one in a minute. There's just something so special about this one, and it's especially great for anti-aging. It's got 9 signal peptides and pygmy water lily, so it not only moisturizes the skin, but it helps strengthen your skin and just helps with anti-aging. Peptides are wonderful for anti-aging. It's got kind of a cream gel consistency, and it moisturizes yet doesn't make me super greasy. It's just been really great. I love the way it dispenses without contaminating everything in the tub. So even though I talk about this a lot, I have to mention it. And I did just do 2 skincare videos, an AM routine and a PM routine. You can see the Sephora products that I recommend in those videos that are, you know, they're staples for me for a reason. The other cream that I have to mention is the Tatcha water cream, and I didn't bring it in here, but I'll put it on the screen. I'm just going to mention it very briefly. I just love it too, and I wasn't really expecting to love it. When you have sensitive skin and you're also dealing with anti-aging and the oily combination thing, it's kind of hard to find products that just really work for you enough to where you want to keep repurchasing them over and over. And with the Drunk Elephant and the Tatcha, I mean, they both just have totally won me over. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the other Drunk Elephant products. You can see other videos of mine to see other Drunk Elephant products that I recommend because I love quite a few. But these are bestsellers and they are new to Drunk Elephant, and I am blown away by them. I just think they're fantastic. I have very finicky body skin. It's also very dry. And this Silly Body Lotion, I think that's what it's called, Silly Body Lotion. It's got marula butter and a 5-ceramide blend and a pH of 4.2. It just works wonders for my skin. I have some dry patches that flare up if I don't use a heavy duty moisturizer. And I've been using this consistently for several weeks now, and my body skin is in such great condition. It's a light lotion. It absorbs very, very quickly, but it moisturizes really, really well. And everything in the new Drunk Elephant line I've actually really liked, but it doesn't quite fit the best-selling criteria yet. So just that's a little FYI. You'll see some in my end of month favorites as well that I didn't mention in last month's favorites. These were in my last month's favorites video. This is the shampoo and this is the conditioner. I have actually found 2 products that rival my Olaplex shampoo and conditioner. I have fine hair that can also get kind of dry and frizzy. These work beautifully for me. They don't weigh my hair down, and I feel like I can go longer between washes with these than I can even the Olaplex. I've heard some people say that they'd feel like the shampoo doesn't lather enough. I feel like it's a light sudsing lather rather than a full out heavy duty lather. But you know, a lot of shampoos lather because they have ingredients that are bad for you in them. I love the way both the shampoo and the conditioner perform. I feel like my hair is in great condition. I've been using them consistently, and I love, love what they're doing for my scalp and my hair. So this is a product that I love enough to have a backup of, and it's enormous, and it's taken me forever to go through it. This is the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer. This is great for my light, medium, warm skin tone. It is such a perfect neutral shade of bronzer. It's not too orangey. It's just neutral enough to where you can use it as a bronzer and use a different brush and use it as contour if you want to. And you get so much product for your money. There used to be a misprint with the decimal and it made it look like you didn't get much product for your money at all. You get a ton of product in here. I have been using this regularly for I don't know how long, and it's just not going away. Like, I'm kind of wondering if I needed to get that back up when I did. So just for reference, a Becca bronzer is 0.25 ounces. This is 0.8 ounces. It's huge. It costs more because you get more. This is just one of those products that I'm so, so glad I spent the money on because it comes out multiple times a week. It takes forever to use up. The quality of the product, the wear, the way it looks, it's just perfect. I love it. I can't tell you how much use I get out of the Laneige Lip Glowy Balms. I think that's what they're called, Lip Glowy or Glowy Lip. Lip Glowy Balms. These come in a few different scents now, but they hydrate the lips. They apply easily. I love the slanted applicator. They give kind of a slight tint to the lips too. I think it just brings out your natural lip color because it is clear, but it really does hydrate the lips, and I just love the way it tastes and smells, and it's fun to use. These are just good daytime balms to keep around. My daughter likes having them. They're great to give as gifts. I really enjoy these. I think that this has been totally worth the money, and I do want to get some other scents of this as well. This is a product that I know a lot of you love, but those of you who haven't used it before kind of want to know if it's really worth it, and I'm here to tell you it is. This is the Olaplex Hair Perfector number 3. It says to use it once a week between chemical services to strengthen the hair. So Olaplex is not really a deep conditioner so much as it is an actual treatment that repairs your hair from within. It helps reduce breakage, it helps reduce frizz, it helps improve the look and feel and make it smoother. I know a lot of you guys are always asking me what I'm doing to my hair to help it look better and healthier and smoother. Between this and the Olaplex shampoo and conditioner, and now the Drunk Elephant shampoo and conditioner, and just regular styling products, that's what I do. You know, I'll do a couple of other hair masks here and there, but you know, that's pretty much it. This little bottle goes a long way. And the Olaplex line was something that was only available to salons for a long time. It is a very, very good, reputable product, and I love it. I think it's totally worth the money. I did a video a while back on my top favorite, or was it best and worst, powder foundations. And this one is one of my top favorites. This is such a great powder foundation. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I have the shade Y305. It comes in the classic Makeup Forever 10 packaging. I feel like no matter what your skin type, if you are someone who has maybe shied away from using powder foundation because you feel like it might make you look dry or cakey or powdery, this is such a great one to start with or to try because it just looks so good on the skin. It blends into the skin so nicely, and I have not heard one negative thing in my comments sections from you guys about this. Every one of you that uses this loves it as much as I do, and a lot of you have dry skin. So for me, this has been a powder foundation that has been well worth the money. 3 of my most used, most loved concealers are bestsellers at Sephora. The first is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I love this stuff. I think you get a ton for your money. Depending on the shade you get, you can use it as a contour, as a highlighter, under your eyes, on your face. It gives you a lot of coverage, but it's not drying under your eyes. I do have dry under eyes. This is one of my absolute favorite high coverage concealers. The other 2 are more recent discoveries, and I have talked about them several times on my channel. The Dior Forever Skin Correct and the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Concealer. So the Dior is more of a lighter coverage skin look concealer that's great for no makeup days, maybe light medium makeup days, or days when you're not wearing foundation. It just melds in with the skin so beautifully. And the Pat McGrath is kind of the best of all worlds for me. I love the Armani Power Fabric concealer as well. I'm just going to make note of that here really quickly. It's not a bestseller though. I was kind of surprised to see that. So for me, this is kind of the best of everything. It looks really, really good under the eyes, kind of like skin, very natural. I can use my fingers. I can use a sponge. It gives great coverage though. So if you're wanting something to kind of span across different coverage levels, different makeup looks, but you need high coverage, this is going to be a great one. I don't find it quite as hydrating as the Too Faced, but it doesn't make my under eye area look dry at all. And I feel like this Pat McGrath under eye powder, which I have in the shade Light, I'll put all my shades down below for you, by the way. It appears translucent. This is different than any under eye setting powder I've ever used. I would venture to say it is my favorite. It is not a bestseller, but I had to just let you know that since I was talking about the concealer. I am so glad that I got this to try. It's become a go-to under eye setting powder for me. Let's talk about a couple eyeshadow palettes. They're always fun. So this is one that has been in Sephora's bestseller section since I can recall. I feel like it just lives in there. And that's kind of surprising, especially considering how long this has been around. And I've actually thought about picking up another one during this Sephora event. I feel like mine might be getting kind of old, and I don't know. I kind of think it might be good just to go ahead and get another Tartelette in Bloom palette. If you are someone who wants just a basic neutral palette that will take you from day to night and give you a wide variety of looks, this is just your palette. This is it. You can go cooler, you can go warmer, you can go pretty much straight neutral. I line with these shades over here all the time. It's got shimmers, it's got transitions and highlighting shades. It's got everything you need in it. It's a great palette to pull from too if you just need a liner shade or you just need a brow bone highlight. It's just been a go-to for me for so long. I feel like it doesn't get mentioned much anymore because it has been overshadowed by newer palettes. If you've been wondering, is it still worth getting with all the newer stuff that's out? Yes, it is. It's a great palette. And what is on my eyes today is the new Natasha Denona Mini Retro palette. This is a bestseller for good reason. It just came out not long ago, and I should have just waited until the spring savings event to get this with my discount, but I couldn't. I had to go ahead and get it. I think you get so much value from the Natasha Denona mini palettes in general, and this one is a fun one to have. I love these shades. I think they're so flattering. It's very wearable, but it gives you color, and it's great for spring. You just get so much quality and product in here for your money. It's just a fun little gift you can give yourself when you're wanting a pick-me-up. I also have the Mini Glam and the Mini Nude palettes, which I think are also great if you're wanting a different color scheme. I just wanted to focus on the Mini Retro today because it's different than a neutral palette, but it's not so out there that you can't wear it. But you know, the Mini Glam, if you're wanting something a little bit more smoky, but still wearable, and then I feel like everyone should have the Mini Nude. It's just perfect. I know there's always been a lot of buzz out there for the Fenty Gloss Bombs. I feel like the two shades that I have do a really great job of adding some extra oomph to your natural lip shade in different ways. I have the original, which just emphasizes your lip shade so beautifully. I feel like it kind of has a pinky bronze look to it, but it's still clear at the same time. And then Fussy is a little more pinky. These are two that I grab a lot when I want something that's going to feel good on my lips. It's not going to wear off immediately. It's going to make my lips look nice and full and feel good and smell good. They both smell like candy, which is always nice and fun. And they go with basically everything. I know there are a lot more shades. These are just the two that I have, but I really like these. I don't like a sticky gloss. These are just really nice and hydrating and creamy feeling. So I keep reaching for them, and I do think that they are worth the money. I talked about the scent of the Fenty Gloss Bombs, and it reminded me that I had some fragrance products sitting over here to my left. One is the Chanel Chance Eau Tender. I talked about this a lot when my channel first started because it was my go-to fragrance. And I've acquired some new fragrances since then, so I don't wear this quite as much, but I've been pulling it out more and more recently. I find fragrance very comforting. So no matter if I'm at home or, you know, just running somewhere, I really just like to throw on a spritz of perfume. It's kind of like candles in that way. It just makes me feel better. So in pulling this out recently, I am reminded that it does just smell so nice, and it's a big compliment getter for me. It's a fruity floral, but it's not too fruity. It's not too floral. It just smells really nice and lovely. It's always a bestseller, and there's a reason for that. And I do like to replenish fragrances when I need them with this event because, you know, they can be pricier items. But what I do love is that some brands will offer mini sprays to buy, like Replica, and they have a new scent called Springtime in a Park, which is also a fruity floral that's just really nice and fresh and great for springtime. These smaller sprays are a good way for me to try try out scents before I buy a full bottle. And sometimes in the rewards bazaar, they'll have the little 100-point perks of different fragrances, and that's another way I've discovered. If you're not familiar with all the details of being a Beauty Insider member, I'll have the link down below where you can see all of that. But throughout the year, you do get access to discounts like this spring savings event that's going on now. You can get a birthday gift, you can redeem points for certain things in the rewards bazaar, and just different promos. So I'll have that link down below where you can see more information on that. So I have the full size of Replica Beach Walk, which is a bestseller, which for me is a key summer fragrance. And summer is coming up. I've been enjoying this a lot. This is just a great beachy fragrance that doesn't smell like suntan lotion or coconut. It says sun-kissed salty skin. It's feminine, but it just smells so nice. So those are 3 best-selling Sephora scents that I personally absolutely love. Now, in my video that I did about a week ago, my top most repurchased Sephora products, I mentioned 2 foundations that I have repurchased from Sephora that I absolutely adore. Again, check out that video if you haven't seen it. And those do overlap here because they are bestsellers as well. But this is a bestseller that I absolutely adore and I would repurchase when I ran out. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. It's raining outside and I have my ring light on. It's kind of reflecting. There you go. Again, I'll put my shades down below so you can see what I wear. If you have oily combination skin, I highly recommend this if you want a foundation that doesn't look cakey, but yet it still controls your oil and gives you a decent amount of coverage. It is oil free, it has 14-hour wear, it's oil controlling and photo friendly, and I find all of those to be true. Like all the peach products from Too Faced, it does have a peach scent. I find it disappears after I apply the foundation and my makeup is on. This is just one of my favorite special event foundations. So I highly recommend this. Totally worth the money. I am a cream eyeshadow girl, a stick eyeshadow girl. I love a good one and done eyeshadow shade on my lid. This next product is a product that I was not on board with at first. I don't know what it was. I had the one shade, the one most popular shade, and it just didn't do anything for me. But over the past year or so, I have really been playing around with these and I've kind of fallen in love with them and I think they're completely worth the money. These are bestsellers at Sephora for a reason. I know a lot of you really also love the Laura Mercier Caviar Sticks. My light has gotten so dim because it's kind of storming outside. So I'll put up some swatches of my favorite shades on the screen so you can see that. I love a good cream eyeshadow, a good stick eyeshadow that applies beautifully and stays looking that way, that doesn't dry down to where your eyelids look dry. And these do that. I just find they wear really well. They blend out easily. I can line with them. I can use them as shadow. I can blend them together with each other with other products. They're easy to work with and they look beautiful. These are bestsellers at Sephora for good reason. And I'm really, really glad that I played around with these again to figure out that they are actually worth the money. I would love to know if you agree or disagree with any of these products, as well as any Sephora bestsellers you think are worth the money. Leave that in the comments for me down below. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, become part of the family. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you next time. Bye.